Now, for years, I maintained that Al Gore chose global warming as his cause because it would turn him into a rock star, and then he might, run again for the White House and win an election. Well, I don't think this is the year that is going to happen, but you have to admit his appearance on 60 Minutes last night was conveniently timed. After all, Obama and Clinton basically beating the snot out of each other every day. You better drop out for the good of the party. No, you better do it. Oh, shut up, the two of you. Now here's Al riding in on his white horse to talk about how we need to come together on climate change. He did, however, get a little personal when asked about climate change skeptics.
I think that those people are in such a tiny minority now with their point of view. They're almost like the ones who still believe that the moon landing was staged in a movie lot in Arizona, and those who believe the earth is flat. That demeans them a little bit, but it's not that far off.
Demeans them just a little bit, kind of like, as demeaning as someone saying that you only care about the earth because you think that it'll make you rich and put you in the White House. Is it about that far off, or is it a little less than that? There are too many good scientists out there. He couldn't name one that actually believes, I don't think man is causing this. Lots of them disagree with Al Gore, but the scientists don't care about crafting their image for the Oval Office or padding their bank accounts, and nobody in the media will actually mention them by name, which is exactly why you won't see any of them on 60 Minutes in an election year. Joe Bass is the president of the Heartland Institute. Joe, last night, Al Gore talked about his $300 million ad campaign in where he's going to try to convince Americans that we have to go it alone. We have to start enacting policy. If everybody agrees with global warming and that man is the cause, why would you need a $300 million ad campaign?
That's an excellent question. I don't think you would. And I think instead of featuring celebrities and former celebrities, you'd actually put some scientists on TV explaining the issue to the American public.
Right. Well, but he says the science is solved. I guess we just need celebrities to fix it. And here's the question that I've never seen 60 Minutes leave alone. Watch this question that Leslie Stahl asked him about that $300 million ad campaign.
We're told that this ad campaign is going to cost a barrel of money. How are you paying for this?
Well, Tipper and I, thank you again, have put all of the profits from the movie and the book that we would have otherwise gotten, an inconvenient truth, to this.
Wow, the movie and the book made $300 million? That if I'm really generous, I'm going to give him $10 million. Where's the other $290 million coming from, and why isn't 60 Minutes asking that question?
Precisely. That whole interview was just a series of softballs. I think it was really disgusting to see a reporter just treating a controversial public figure that way.
Any idea where this money is coming from?
Well, I think we have a pretty good idea. I think there's a lot of companies that stand to profit big time if we start to ration access to energy. So you have all the alternative energy companies, all the ethanol manufacturers, all the financial companies.
What's the difference between him, because he started his own hedge fund now, what's the difference between Al Gore making money, or these companies making money, and ExxonMobil on the other side?
There's no difference at all. There's no difference at all. His self-interest is absolutely transparent in this. This guy has made millions and millions of dollars by scaring people about global warming, and then he has the audacity to accuse his critics of doing it out of financial interest.
Let me go to the Antarctic ice shelf here for just a second. Big ice shelf fell off this weekend. I read in the paper today it's proof that the oceans are warming, and yet NASA has put robots down into our oceans and shows there's no global warming of any of our oceans. Who do I believe in? What is the ice shelf caused from then?
You should believe NASA on this one. And they would also tell you, NAO would also tell you that temperatures over the Antarctic are actually going down. So it's not the
So then what caused
the
ice shelf to fall?
Probably ocean currents. And first of all, they're not sure. There's no scientist who can tell you for sure what's going on there. Secondly, we know that there's a lot of ice shelf being created. Ice shelves around Antarctica now are at their largest extent since we started to keep measurements on this stuff. So at any given time, chunks of this ice are going to start breaking off. We now know that there's some volcano activity under the oceans around this small peninsula off of Antarctica where the breakup is occurring. So it's probably being caused by geothermal energy coming up underneath the continent.
Joe, I'm so sorry that we didn't have time to get to the hard-hitting question from Leslie Stahl. She said there's a lot of people that are very credible that don't believe in global warming, like Dick Cheney. I mean, can you, off the top of your head, Joe, can you come up with one scientist that's respected that disagrees?
Sally Baliunas and Willie Soon, both at Harvard University.
Okay.
Richard Lindzen at MIT.
All right, I just need one besides Dick Cheney. Thanks a lot. Come